Judicial Watch today filed a lawsuit on behalf of the Daily Caller for records pertaining to Dr. Anthony Fauci and the World Health Organization. The Department of Health and Human Services failed to respond to an April 1st FOIA request, Freedom of Information request, for communications Fauci had with WHO officials about the WHO in the early days of the Wuhan virus pandemic. Joining us tonight to take all of that up, Tom Fitton. He is the president of Judicial Watch. Tom, great to see you. And why do we need to know what Fauci was saying to the WHO?
Well, there are lots of reasons. First of all, it's a crisis that shut the country down, so we need to know the details of how it was handled by the government initially. But more importantly, what that corrupt agency, WHO, was telling our senior officials like Dr. Fauci, not only about coronavirus, but about China's connections to it. So we can't FOIA WHO, at least I don't think we can directly, but we can talk to or try to get documents from agencies that were talking to WHO, and that's why our client, Daily Caller News Foundation, was so smart to ask NIH for the materials. And what's troubling is they haven't given us the records. And transparency is urgent. The laws on transparency don't get revoked when an agency's busy. They need to follow the law here, and that's why we're in court.
It's a troubling tale indeed of what the WHO did to align itself with the communist Chinese government.
Well, Fauci, like Dr. Tedros, who's the head of WHO, you have to remember, at this level, all of these folks are colleagues. So you need a second set of eyes to look at the communications. Dr. Fauci was hearing it from his colleagues about what was going on with coronavirus, and he may not be the best judge to tell us what he was learning and what he should have known and what we should have known generally and acted upon. We need to do an audit of what happened with our U.S. government and what we were hearing from WHO on behalf of China. It looks like they were a cutout for China, and I think these documents are going to show it. And Dr. Fauci admits, he says, look, I didn't recognize initially how susceptible, how transmittable this was and how it could be spread so easily. Did that come because of lies out of China? It looks that way. And was WHO involved in pushing those lies? It looks that way, too.